Hello my dear health seekers, Inga from Health Origins here. So today we're going to be making one pot curried lentil dal. So let's begin. So the recipe and the inspiration came from Zarina Kehoe and her coconut curry lentil dal on her recipe. I'll link down below so you can check it out. But yeah, I decided to give it a go and let's see how it turns out. So first of all, we need to heat our frying pan. So I'm going to be making this in my deep saute pan, and I'm not going to need to change it. So that's why it's called one pot curry or one pot dal, because we're going to just be making it in one pot, and that's it. We need to heat our pan until it's hot enough to start frying our onions, and then also later on adding tomatoes. So the frying pan is hot now, so I've got one medium size onion, and I ran out of white onion, so actually I had to add on a shallot as well, but one medium white onion diced is what you want. So we're gonna dry fry this for about 3 minutes, and if it starts sticking, I've got a little bit of water to deglaze the pan. Another little tip for the onions to release the water a little bit quicker, you can add a pinch of salt to them, and that way they'll not stick to the bottom of the pan as quickly. It's been about 3 minutes that the onions have been cooking, and they're starting to kind of become translucent and a little bit golden yellow. So I'm gonna add one tomato that's diced. So one fresh tomato that I've diced up. And I'm gonna cook this for another couple of minutes. Tomatoes have been cooking with the onions for another 3 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna make a little bit of a space in the middle here, and I'm gonna be adding my garlic. So this is 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, or you could use garlic paste as well. I'm just gonna add here to just lightly fry it. You don't wanna fry garlic for longer than a minute, because then it starts burning. So garlic, and then 1 tablespoon of my homemade curry powder. I'll link down below and in the card above of how you can make your own curry powder, because then you can regulate how hot or not hot you want it. So 1 tablespoon I'm adding here. And I'm just gonna lightly fry it for just about a minute. You need to be careful not to burn your spices, but it's quite important to toast your spices just lightly so that they release their aroma. I can smell that garlic in that curry powder already. So now the next step I'm gonna, so to stop that burning, I'll put 1 cup of water here, and then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. So here I've got 1/2 cup of coconut milk solids. So that's something that settles at the top of coconut milk tin. So about 1/2 cup here. If yours doesn't settle at the top and it's kind of liquid, then fair enough, it's about 1/2 a tin you need. Just pour that in. But because my coconut is quite firm, I've added that extra cup of water here. So just mix that in nicely. Then I'm gonna need a tablespoon of stock powder, so vegetable stock powder. So about a tablespoon here, just for that extra flavor and the saltiness. And then a tablespoon of soy sauce as well for that extra saltiness and umami. I think that's all I've got left here in the bottle, is about a tablespoon. I'm gonna melt my coconut milk here and mix it all through. And now the star of the show is my brown lentils. So I'll cook these already in my Instant Pot. So this is about a tin's worth or a cup and a half of brown lentils. And if yours is in a tin, you could pour it with the whole water if you wanted to. But I think lentils, more so beans, you kind of want to really, pour the water out and rinse it. I don't know about lentils, whether that has the same effect, because I know with beans that prevents gas if you rinse your beans before you actually cook with them. So this is great. And then the last touch before we start simmering it is about a couple of cups of spinach. So I didn't have enough spinach, so I also mixed in some chard. So I'm gonna add 2 cups of chard mixture with spinach. So I'm gonna mix that in. So I'm gonna pop the lid on, reduce the power to about medium-low, and I'm gonna simmer it for about 3 to 5 minutes. Alternatively, you can simmer it without spinach and add spinach for the last minute just to wilt it. It's your preference. 5 minutes have passed, so let's see what we have. Wow, beautiful. So this is 1 pot curried lentil dal ready. So let me dish some for the taste testing. So here I've got some rice. Actually that's cold rice, but because this is so hot, it'll heat it right through. So I'm just gonna portion it in. So, and for a bit of decoration and freshness, I've got a little bit of spring onions here, and also a bit of parsley. So I'm using parsley, but the original recipe said coriander, so whichever is your preference. So there you go. Let me taste test this for you. Quite excited. Smells really good. So good. Oh, yum. And a bit of rice. Oh, so delicious. Really thumbs up for this recipe. So if you like the recipe, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe for more videos and new recipes and weight loss tips on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And as always, remember guys, food is fuel, so be mindful of what you put in the body. Until next time.